Hey Pathways Church, it's TJ Norman here again with your daily dose. And we're continuing to look at Mark and exploring a powerful passage in the good news of Mark. Yesterday we looked at the man who was healed by Jesus with leprosy, and today we're going to continue that passage in Mark chapter 1 verses 43 through 45. Jesus sent him away with a strong warning. See that you don't tell this to anyone, but go show yourself to the priests and offer the sacrifices that Moses commanded for your cleansing as a testimony to them. Instead, he went out and began to talk freely, spreading the good news. As a result, Jesus could no longer enter a town openly, but stayed outside in lonely places. Yet the people still came to him from everywhere. In this passage, we see Jesus did more than speak healing to him. He touched the man, and in doing so, rendered himself unclean under the law of Moses. You can find that in Leviticus 13 and 14, the law of the leper taught that the unclean contaminated the clean, but Jesus brought a new way. Then Jesus gives him a seemingly illogical command: don't tell anyone. This healing took place privately, and Jesus wanted to keep it that way. But the leper couldn't contain his excitement and began to spread the news freely. This disobedience is significant to Jesus, its consequences. Jesus knew ahead of time what the result of the man's disobedience would be, and Jesus always knows more about the future than we do. And that's why it's important for us to obey him even when we don't feel like it or when our emotions disagree with him. First, the leper broke the Old Testament law that required a period of cleansing and restoration to society. This jeopardized the return to normalcy because he had not been properly certified as clean by the priest. He violated God's word through his enthusiasm. Second, he missed the opportunity for the priesthood to validate Jesus' healing. Official validation from the priest would have been a significant testimony and a challenge to those who later sought to destroy Jesus. Third, Jesus was forced to change his itinerary. The process of validating the cleanliness of a former leper took 8 days. Those 8 days would have allowed Jesus freedom of movement within the towns and villages. Instead, Jesus had to avoid population centers. Fourth, others were inconvenienced. If the man had obeyed, people wouldn't have needed to trek to lonely places to find Jesus. He would have ministered in their own hometowns. So let's remember today, if the Lord asks you to do something that doesn't always make sense, do it anyway. He has far better knowledge and ideas. That's all for today's Daily Dose. Join me again tomorrow as we continue to look at the good news of Mark. Have a blessed day.